Hello, everybody. What is up, y'all? It is Elijah Boy. Let me talk to you. Now, I did a poll, no pause, on what video y'all wanted to see, and a lot of y'all want to know how was ElijahBoyy introduced to this crazy, wacky world of professional wrestling. I don't know, I almost turned into Cody Rhodes. You all want to know how I was introduced to professional wrestling. Well, I'm going to tell you how I was introduced to the world of professional wrestling. Because I was in the Death Riders. No, I'm joking. No, actually, here's how I was introduced to the world of pro wrestling. Give me 1 second. Now, I don't have the original case, but this is what introduced me to pro wrestling. All my SpongeBob fans will get that reference. Yeah, I don't have the original case. I used to, but I can't find it. Anyways, so yes, it was because of SmackDown versus Raw 2007. Your boy was about 12, 11, 12 years old. My sister was dating a guy at the time, and so it was around like '07, '08. Probably '08, because this came out in '07, I think. Yeah. So, oh wait, hold on. This is SmackDown vs. Raw '07. This came out in '06, but I didn't know about it until actually the year of '07. So yeah, it was about '07. 11 to 12, her boyfriend bought SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, and so he gave me the previous year SmackDown vs. Raw '07 because he was playing that game. So me being the PlayStation 2 addict that I was like, all right, cool, I'll take this, whatever. I didn't know anything about wrestling. I didn't know much. I knew only of people like, I might have seen like, I think Hulk Hogan was like the first pro wrestler I've ever seen because he was in Rocky 3, which I watched like millions of times when I was a kid. So that I didn't know anything about wrestling whatsoever. But if I did, now I think about it, my cousin was watching SmackDown, but I wasn't really paying attention. It was kind of like on in the background. And I remember the segment. I think it was Mark Henry. He was about to like dive on Rey Mysterio, and I think JBL stopped him. I didn't know who any of these people were at the time, so it was just in the background, but I remember seeing it. And he told Ray that he was going to face the great Khali or something like that, but I still didn't know anything about none of it. So I didn't really know what wrestling was until much later. So this is when I started paying attention because I was all about like cartoons and all that good stuff. I didn't really care for live action things. But when he gave me the game, when my sister gave me the game, I popped it in the PS2 and I was like, let me see what this is all about. Didn't know anything about it. I think I played SmackDown first because I don't know, I liked the color blue at the time, so I just played it. I played the season mode, and the first thing I saw was the Rabid Wolverine and the Dead Man storyline. So I'm playing through this game. I created a wrestler. I didn't know anybody, so I just created someone. And, I made like this weird wrestler who had like a hockey mask, sunglasses, and like, if I ever play this game on my channel again, maybe I'll create that wrestler so y'all can see what he looked like. I remember he had the leather jacket, gloves, blue tights, and shoes. He basically looked like a hillbilly, a hillbilly farmer hockey mask wearer. I don't know what was going on with that character. I don't know. It was weird. He sounded like this, like he was, So I played through the story mode, and it was like crack to me at that point. I played through the game. I was just I was just captivated by the personalities like the Undertaker. I saw the Boogeyman, Kane, Triple H, Edge, Randy Orton, Matt Hardy, and all this other stuff. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And this is real life. And of course, I didn't have cable, so I visited my sister and them who had cable, and I watched wrestling for real for the first time. And guess what my first show was? The 2008 WWE draft on Raw. And you know how crazy that is? Like, I believe that was my first Full episode I saw some of SmackDown, I think too. I'm trying to remember my timeline now. Um, it might have been the draft. That might have been my first episode of Raw. I remember my first match. It was Triple H versus Mark Henry. I believe Hunter won that one and secured a draft pick. And then I saw a bunch of wrestlers I'd never seen before. And then I saw some SmackDowns where I believe Jeff Hardy was in pursuit of the WWE title at the time. Jeff was probably my immediate favorite when I started watching it for real. Um, I was rooting for him to win the title, and then I got my first WWE Pro Wrestling DVD when it was WWE Armageddon 2008. That was the night Jeff won the title. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I watched that so many times, bro. I watched it like hundreds of times, and I don't know why. It was like crack, and plus I didn't have cable, so that was my only taste of wrestling. And pause. And so I ended up at Christmas once they found out how much I like wrestling. My family immediately let me know it wasn't real, or they called it fake and stuff like that. And I still didn't care. I still watched it. Um, and it was just like, oh, I watched it when it was good. You always run into those old wrestling fans where they'd be like, I watched it when it was good, when they had Steve Austin, The Rock, and then you get the older people. I was there when they had Hogan and Macho Man and ooh yeah, ooh Hogan. I don't see no pukesters to the left of me, yeah. No pukesters to the right of me. Didn't need them then. Didn't need them now. Don't need them now. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, Hogan. Macho Man time. All right, but no, whatever that promo was. I don't remember it word for word, but it's still one of my favorite promos. But that's besides the point. Then my mom, she bought me like so many wrestling DVDs because I wanted anything wrestling, I wanted it. She gave me the Best of SmackDown DVD they had. I think it was from 99 to 2009 or 2008, one of the two. Best of Raw of '09. I was getting all these DVDs. Then we finally got cable when I was like 13. So your boy watched Raw, SmackDown every week. I didn't know what TNA Impact was until another thing my mom used to do. She subscribed to this Game Informer magazine because I love games and I like to read. So my mom bought me um, a subscription, and then I saw TNA Impact had a video game coming out, and then it said TNA Impact Thursdays at 9 p.m. or whatever it was. Was it a Game Informer? It could have been just a regular wrestling magazine. Now I think about it. I also got those too. She bought me WWE magazines. My mom just spoiled me. I loved it. She bought me all those magazines, so that's when I learned about all types of stuff, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, bunch of other stuff. But that's how I discovered TNA. So I started watching that. And TNA was cool, at the time. They had the Main Event Mafia and all that other stuff. So I was introduced to this wacky world of wrestling through my sister's boyfriend. So shout out to that guy, wherever he is. They broke up, obviously. It was years ago. But shout out to that guy. I hope he's doing good because of him, I got into it in the first place. Because who knows, I probably wouldn't be talking to y'all right now. Or at the very least, I'd be doing something else here on YouTube. Or if I even got into it to begin with. But I loved pro wrestling. I immediately became a Jeff Hardy fan. That was during the '08, '09 Jeff Hardy days. And if you were there, you were there. You know what I'm saying? But after Jeff left WWE, then I gravitated towards John Cena. And a lot of people didn't like him, and I didn't care. I'm tired of Cena. He wins all the time. And I'm like, and I love it, You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was introduced to the world of pro wrestling. I would love to hear how you all were introduced to pro wrestling. Please put in the comments down below. I would love to know how you were introduced. Was it through a friend? Was it through a family? Was it a family tradition? Or did you just discover it crazily on your own? I would love to hear how you all specifically were introduced to the world of pro wrestling. So with that being said, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Join to become a member of the E Squad. $1 a month. You get the videos earlier than everyone else. You get it as soon as it's done, right away. You get an ad free and stuff like that. Maybe other exclusive stuff that nobody else is going to get. But regardless, I am appreciative of your support, and I will see you all for the Monday Night Raw review on Tuesday. Laters!